Hello everyone, welcome back to the 1991 VGA remake of Space Quest 1. We have just arrived here in Ulence Flats, so let's see what's going on. Let's check out the scene. After a truly stone-crushing journey, you have miraculously arrived safely in Ulence Flats, and just in time too because the skimmer's power cell has been drained. It will take some time to recharge itself. This place isn't quite what you'd expected. It is semi-bleak at best. An odd-looking fellow is lounging against the wall of a nearby building, watching you with a great deal of interest. Oh, thanks, pal, but I do not swing that way. But thank you for your attention. It's very flattering.
Say, pal, I couldn't help noticing your skimmer. It's a genuine 86 Pleiades GL. I've been looking everywhere for one of these babies. How'd you like to unload it for the unheard of price of 25 buckazoids?
25 bucks for what's basically a car. I think that might be a little bit below the normal market price of a car, sir, especially one that's apparently a collector's item that you are after. No thank you, sir. Thanks, but no thanks.
Fine, be that way.
Well, that's the last we'll see of him. Thank goodness we're rid of him. So yeah, this is Ulence Flats. We end up in front of the rocket bar, as you can see, and oh, it's you again.
Okay, buddy, you drive a hard bargain. This is my final offer, and I'm only making it because I can see you need it pretty bad. I'll make it 30 buckazoids, and I'll throw in this swell jetpack. It was previously owned by a little old fart who only flew it back and forth to Fleabud on a Sunday. It works great in zero gravity. You'll love it.
Do we have a deal or don't we? Oh, well, okay, if you include a jetpack, I mean, a jetpack is better than a car or a skimmer, right? I mean, why crawl along on the ground where you can soar through the air? Actually, you can't soar through the air. He said it's only useful in zero G, and it's true. It's actually only usable in space. You can't use it on the ground, so it's not a proper jetpack as in any other game that has a jetpack. But yeah, we need the jetpack. We don't even really need the money, but we need that jetpack, so we'll have to accept his deal.
Great. Glad we could do business. In addition, I'd like you to have these coupons, good for discounts and free merchandise from some of our local merchants. As a representative of the Ulence Flats Chamber of Commerce, I hope you enjoy your visit to our friendly little community.
Thanks, pal. And there he goes. That's the last we'll see of him in the skimmer now, for real this time. So yeah, welcome to Ulence Flats. And you know, I'm actually going to save again, just in case, so we don't have to go through that again. Got jetpack. All right, got the jetpack. So yeah, so Ulence Flats, for those of you who saw the original game, it really hasn't changed much. I mean, obviously, it looks different, but things work pretty much the same here. There are a couple of big differences, actually, but mostly it's pretty much the same place. I actually really like Ulence Flats. You know, somebody mentioned in the previous game, and when I think about it, it's really true. Ulence Flats is kind of a relief because up until now, the game has been very... It's been all very hostile environments, you know. I mean, we started off in the Arcata, which had been shot up, and, you know, Sarians kept trying to kill us, and it was about to blow up, of course. And then on the desert, like on the surface, like in where we originally landed in Corona, you had the spider droid trying to kill us, and Orat, and the Grell, and of course the heat would kill you if you just stood around for too long. But now, for like the first time in the game, we're in a relatively safe environment where there's not that... I mean, there's still things here that can kill us, but there's not that much. And it's a little bit more welcoming with, you know, signs of civilization, like this bar here. So yeah, it is kind of a nice haven from the Space Quest games. I've noticed, actually, they tend to start you off in like the worst possible situations. A lot of them start off in really disastrous situations. Like this one, obviously, again, started in the Arcata. Space Quest 2, the very beginning is not that bad, but pretty soon it strands you on a jungle planet with no way to fend for yourself. Space Quest 3, of course, starts off in that dumpster, like you're trapped in a garbage dumpster. And then Space Quest 4, of course, starts you basically in a post-apocalyptic landscape where killer robots and zombies walk around. So yeah, the Space Quest games always start you off in bad places, but finally we've reached a place which is kind of semi-welcoming. So What a sky this planet has. You've never seen it. It's like outside a toxic waste dump. It's true what they say. The air here is thick enough to feel. You shot into the sky, dislodging a chunk of Coronian atmosphere that narrowly misses your helmet. You detect a bit of sulfur in the air here as well. Can't get away from it on this planet, it appears. Don't look the air, you're liable to get more than you bargained for. This one's a genuine antique from the 24th and a half century. There's to be a long-range shuttle, perhaps an alert starship. It looks vaguely familiar somehow. I don't know why. Is it supposed to be a reference to something? This ship is a real classic. A Wallwood Warp Blaster ZX with the original paint job. You've only seen these on old postcards. Don't want your handprints all over a valuable antique like this one. No, she did not, actually. I can honestly say I don't think my mother ever told me to not go looking at other people's spaceships. Probably fall over. I'm just quickly going through these messages in case anyone wants to read them. I'm not going to read them all out loud because most of them are kind of filler, but... Oh yeah, and one thing that is different in this version of the game is, remember in the original game, like there were these force field generators which keep the Grell out and other kinds of creatures, so that it kind of keeps this place relatively safe from wildlife. But in the first game, if you tried to walk up against the force field, you would just stop. Here it's a little bit different. Here it will actually kill you. So not the first time, you can walk against it a couple of times, but... Ouch, that hurt. You're standing next to the protective barrier encircling Ulence Flats. Due to the fact of your land base, you are not able to pass. So you can do this a few times. Okay, on the fourth time you die. Yikes! Looks like you hit that force field one too many times. Not only did it burn every follicle of hair from your sleek frame, but your aorta, if you could see it now, resembles the end of a red celery stalk. Okay, so yeah, so don't walk into that force field too many times. So the layout of Ulence Flats is just like it was last time. So up here is Droids Be Us, the droid shop, and this time, so I think they had difficulty in the first game, like they had some legal trouble because of the name, because of its similarity obviously to Toys R Us, but in this game, they pushed it even further with this resemblance of the giraffe, who of course was the logo or the mascot of Toys R Us. In this game, it's Jerry Giraffezoid, logo spokespeak and CEO of Droids Be Us, but this is really pushing it. This is even more pushing it than the name, I would say. All right, and somewhere out there is the renowned Yomami National Park, usually hip deep in tourists this time of year. Okay. All right, thanks, guys. And this is Droids Be Us. We will go there later when we have some money. Oh, you see these cute little droids waving from the window. Oh, this guy's a security droid. He can scan in infrared, ultra-red, and infra-ultra chartreuse. So what seems to be saying, buy me, take me home. Oh, he's a cute little guy. Actually looks a little scary. Looks a little creepy there, but all right. And back here, this is the back side of the bar. Not much to see here except this graffiti. Your Syrianese is a little rusty, but you decide it must say Xenon Bites. All right. And then, on the left side, we have, just like in the previous game, we have Tiny's used spaceship store where he's selling these two ships, and there's a third one down here that he's selling. I'm not going to read this, so I'll get back to him later. Let's get back to this later, but yeah. I'll get back to him later, but first, I guess probably our first stop should be the bar. The bar seems like a good place to get started because, yeah, it's where we can get some more money, and we will need money in the other two places. So, let's see, do I want to... I didn't do anything that... Let me just restore the game just in case, because since I skipped over Tiny's messages, I want to be able to see what he says, like the first time and not when you come back. So I'll restore just to kind of act as if we didn't see any of that. Okay, let's go inside the bar and see what we can find. Yeah, it's ZZ Top. All right, so that was the ZZ Top tune. And yeah, on the stage are two heavily bearded gents and a relatively clean-shaven drummer. They're one of the hottest bands in the quadrant. So in the original game, I'm gonna step outside just for a second, just where it's a little quieter. So in the original Space Quest, there were three bands that you could see. There was, of course, the likeness of ZZ Top. There were the Blues Brothers, and there was that band of little green alien kind of guys playing music. In this game, you still have ZZ Top, obviously, as you saw. You also have the Blues Brothers. But instead of the little green alien guys, you have a human woman who is based on Madonna. I mean, they don't say it is, but you know, she's based on the likeness and style of Madonna. And the music is different too. So the Blues Brothers play a different tune from what they played in the original game. The Madonna song, I don't think it's a real Madonna song. And you remember in the original Space Quest, ZZ Top actually played a somewhat passable rendition of Sharp Dressed Man, which is an actual ZZ Top song. In this game, as far as I can tell, it's not a real ZZ Top song. Pretty sure it's not a real ZZ Top song. It's just a song that was just a little tune that was made for the game. But of course, the likeness of the band still continues to resemble ZZ Top. So let's see what other music we can find here. These are the Blues Brothers. Notice that the movements are actually synchronized to the sound. Like you can see when Elwood starts blowing the harmonica, that's when you act like the sound of the harmonica is actually synchronized to him blowing it. There are a couple of non-galactic looking humanoids cranking out some unfamiliar sounding tunes. They seem interested solely in the music they are performing. You wish you could sing like that. Yeah, I'll talk to you, they're on a mission from God. Don't they ever wash those suits? They look like a couple of geeks, but they have good taste in music. And you can also try to give them stuff like you can try to tip them, but they're not interested in tips. Give them some water. They have plenty of drink, yeah. Alright, so there we go. So we've seen ZZ Top and the Blues Brothers. Okay. So we still haven't seen Madonna. I think Madonna is more rare. I think there is actually some probability of seeing the different acts, and I think Madonna's probability was cranked down for who knows what reason, probably because it seems like the game designers didn't like her very much. Just one thing. Notice the movements of the drummer. Notice that the drumming is now synchronized to the music. See that? They actually synchronized... Now, this is something new for the patch. The original Space Quest, the original version of this game did not do this, but this fan-made patch that I'm playing, they actually went to the effort of syncing the drummer's movements to the drum beats of the song. So when you hear a drum beat in the song, it actually shows him hitting the drums, which is a pretty nice touch in my opinion. That's pretty awesome that they actually went to the effort of doing that. Don't touch. Taking a long beard means not having to take a bath. Get real. Do they give me the same messages for these guys? Yes, they do. Okay, it's exactly the same messages. By the way, talking about ZZ Top and that song that they were playing, there's an MP3, like there's a track that goes around, which I really don't know what the story is behind it. Let me go ahead and play it for you. Let me just quiet down the game for a second by loading the restore screen here. So, there's a track which you can find online. It's just called like the studio version of the ZZ Top song from Space Quest 1. I don't know what the origin of it is. It's obviously not from this version. I don't think it's from the Roland MT32 music. I don't think the Roland MT32 music sounds like that. There were also Amiga and Mac versions of this game, but it's not from those either. Well, it's certainly not from the Amiga version. Actually, the Amiga version of this game is pretty bad. I mean, it's not horrible, but this game came out around the time when the PC was starting to surpass the Amiga. In the 1980s, the Amiga had much, excuse me, it had much better graphics and sound capabilities than the PC. And so that was kind of a rule for a long time. The PC was not a good gaming machine. It was meant for business. And machines like the Amiga had much better graphical and audio capabilities. That was true throughout the 1980s, but around this time, around the early 1990s, this was when first the AdLib card and then later the Sound Blaster came out. And especially when the Sound Blaster came out for the PC, that was when the PC's audio capabilities really leapfrogged over the Amiga. That was when the PC really became a good machine for gaming. So this was right around the time when the PC was starting to get really, and obviously when these 256 color VGA graphics became standard, then the PC was just, it was pretty much the gaming machine. It surpassed anything else, any other computer, like home computer, that could play games. But anyway, I don't know where this music is from, but let me just go ahead and play it. I'll just play it once, just so you can hear it. I hope this doesn't get some kind of copyright strike against me. I don't know actually what the copyright status of the music is, if it's public domain or I don't know, released under Creative Commons or whatever. I don't know. I'll take the risk and play it. So here we go. I appreciate that some people may not be into rock music, because rock music's kind of like a boomer thing now. I know young kids today don't like rock music, but I think most of the people who watch my videos are of an older demographic anyway, because they're the people who played these games growing up. So they're probably all people who are like in their 30s or 40s by now. So hopefully this will not turn off too many people. Okay, here we go. Now, you see what I mean? That's obviously not from this game. I don't think it's from any version of this game. If anybody knows where it's from, I'd actually really like to know. The MP3 that I have of it is credited to Ken Allen and Brandon Bloom. Now, Ken Allen is actually the guy who made the music for the game. If you go to the credits here again, yeah, see, it credits Ken Allen with the music for the game. So Ken Allen made the original music, but that version that we just heard, that is, like I said, I'm pretty sure it's not from a game. I'm pretty sure it was made separately by Brandon Bloom. Now, Brandon is a guy who makes the music for a lot of Sierra, well, not original Sierra games. I don't think he ever worked at Sierra, but he made the music for several remakes of Sierra games. Like I think he made the music for the VGA King's Quest remakes that were made later by fan groups. So I'm guessing that it's probably just something that Brandon put together himself as kind of like an updated, more professional, so to speak, version of that music. In fact, Brandon might show up here because I think Brandon has shown up in my comments a few times, so he might actually be watching this video. So Brandon, if you're watching, please fill us in the comments. Where is that music from? Is it just something you made yourself, or is it from somewhere? I don't think it's from a version of the game, but just let us know because I'm curious. Anyway, okay, let's get on with the game now. So, oh yeah, we still haven't seen Madonna. Let's try to find her. Let's see if we can catch her, and then we'll be done. There we go, that's her. Alright, I think that's pretty much most of it. So yeah, if you look at her, a strangely attired woman performs her act, if that's what you want to call it. You haven't had a girlfriend for a long time, more like forever, but even that's not enough to make her attractive. So, the game designers are knocking pretty heavily on Madonna here. They seem to be implying that she's neither attractive nor talented, which, you know, it's a... I mean, it's a matter of opinion. It's a subjective thing. I don't know. I never thought Madonna was that bad. I mean, I wasn't a huge fan, but I didn't really. Those spikes look deadly. What spikes? Those almost as bad as her taste in music. Yeah, see what I mean? They obviously really don't like Madonna, and they're really just. She apparently has no interest in male competence symbols. If you think it's going to work on her, you're loony. All right. Okay, so that's that. So we've seen the musical acts here, which are kind of the main draw. But let's take a look at what else there is here. So this is a seedy little place. Galactic riffraff are seated at the bar. On stage, a string. Oh, it actually describes the act again, but we can skip over that. There is a slot machine standing at the bar. You notice a sweeper in the corner of the room. It must get messy here. No one seems to notice or care that you have entered the bar. All right. So and we can look at the patrons here. Like this is a cute, fluffy little kitten, or he reminds us of a fluffy little kitten we had when we were a kid, except that he weighs about 400 kilos and has foot-long razor-sharp claws and a bad attitude. This is about, let's say, close to 900 pounds, I guess. That would be my first clue not to bother this guy again. He doesn't want to be bothered. But he doesn't actually hurt us, he just keeps doing that. It says leave him alone, but he actually just keeps doing this. He doesn't hurt us. Hi, the name is Wilco, Roger Wilco. What's yours? I am sometimes called speaker to cartoons, and sometimes flayer of soft pink mammals. Mind if I sit down? Buzz off, monkey boy. Could be rid of fleas shampoo or just a really manly aftershave. The thought of your tongue laid out in 4 neat slices like luncheon meat puts this idea right out of your head. Alright, this guy looks like an economy-sized version of your Uncle Buck's toupee. His fur has the texture of a nylon bathrobe that has been microwaved on high. I don't want to talk to myself, I want to talk to him. Can I offer you a milk bone? You inquire in an attempt to be friendly. Grrr. You decide you just can't make friends with everybody. Pretty much like a wet dog. Most extraterrestrials won't do that on the first date. Maybe you should just listen to them. This doesn't seem wise even to you. He might be insulted by an offer of money. You won't like him when he's insulted. And again, you know, you can give people different things and just see how they react. Cats are notorious for not liking water, that's true. Cute little purple guys, eh? They sure can put away the brew. Yeah, these guys are funny. If you watch them, the bartender keeps throwing drinks at them. Like that. But they're so short that they have trouble getting the drink off the bar. Oh, okay, that time he got it, but often he will jump several times at the drink and try to grab the drink, and he just can't seem to get a grasp on it. Like that, yeah. Yeah, sometimes he'll do that several times before he can grab the beer. Maybe better buy your own beer. What's these? You can't understand a word they're saying. Sniffing others is ritual of us left to dogs, and before the creature... Yeah, okay, same thing. You must be getting dizzy. You're seeing triple. Yeah, this woman is, well, she has, yeah, she has 3 assets on display. Kind of like that, I mean, I guess most people will immediately think of that woman from Total Recall. It's kind of like that, yeah. She'll make you so sorry if you touch one of those. So, you come here often? Get out of my face, Pinky! You decide she's not your type. Heck, she's not even your species. She smells as great as she looks, but maybe a little less green. Alright, and what's this guy doing here? Oh, he blew in from Santa Cruz. The joke being that the University of California at Santa Cruz has the banana slug for a university mascot. You'd rather not, really. That's true, I'd rather not as well. Not as a sparkling conversationalist. Ah, the heady fragrance of Ode to Banana Slug. Lift your slug recipe in your other pair of pants. Alright, let's go ahead and interact with the bartender here. Find an example of a species, whatever that is. You decide you'd rather live. His armpits could etch glass. Turns out like to be used as beer tap on your head. Alright, so, what do we have here? We got from that guy who was part of the Chamber of Commerce, we got 2 coupons. This is good for 5 Buckazoids and a free Coronian ale. And this gives us a 20% discount at Droids BS. So, let's go ahead and take the bar coupon and use it on this guy. I would like to redeem this coupon for 5 Buckazoids and a free beer. I'll get to you in just a sec. Here is your 5 Buckazoids and your free beer. Nice. It tastes better than it smells, thank goodness. Another one would be nice. Alright, I think beers are just 2 Buckazoids, so actually we can just go ahead and we can actually get 2 more and still be 1 Buckazoid ahead with that coupon. Yo, how about a refill? So what's your beef, Junior? Want another drink? Yes, please. Here you go. Ah, that hits the spot. Just 1 more should do it. Yo, how about a refill? What's your beef? Yep, 1 more drink. Here we go. And just as in the original game, you find out some interesting information after your 3rd drink. As you sip another of the odd brews, you overhear someone at the bar speaking. There I was cruising for Sector CI when I spot this blip on the scanner. Remember, it's CI, that is important. So I head toward it, you see, and right there in front of me sits the Deltar. It's just sitting there. My hearts... Okay, I guess this person has multiple hearts. My hearts start hyper-warping on me. I figure my milliseconds are numbered. All I can think of doing is getting my craft out of there, so I'm reaching for the throttle. All of a sudden, there's this incredible flash of light, you see, and just like that, this little planetoid explodes into a ball of fire. I tell you, I've never seen anything like it. I'm all the throttle and got out of there quick, you bet. Alright, that is good to know. Let's go ahead and save here. It's Sector CI. That will be, of course, important later, just as in the original game. And yeah, we're done here at the bar. For fun, if you want, you can get some more drinks. Oh, the taste of the beer doesn't seem to be bothering you so much now. Hee hee! How about a refill? Want another drink? Yeah. Oh my, you're starting to feel a bit unstable. Oh my. Listen, Mac, I shouldn't serve you anymore. You're sledged. You better go sleep it off or something before you start making a public display of yourself. Nah, give me another one, you jerk. Here you go. Whoa. You wise, although somewhat belatedly, decide to heed the bartender's advice. In the original game, he started walking in so many directions that it was difficult to get him to walk out. But in this version, he automatically leaves the bar. You stagger out of the bar after ignoring the bartender's advice. You're so sledged that you don't even notice that you're about to become prime prey for the many parasitic life forms in the area. You quickly pass out due to your low Coronian ale tolerance. While your body tries to sleep it off, you lose every possession you own. Soon your body is stripped for parts. Obviously you don't make it through the night. I guess this guy is some kind of extraterrestrial death form of, or like an undertaker or something, funeral director, I don't know. All right, so that's it for the bar except for the slot machine. Now, in the original game, the slot machine was just a matter of luck. You would put in 1 or 2 or 3 coins. You have a maximum of 3 Buckazoids per spin, and then you'd just let them roll. And it was just total luck whether you'd win or lose. Most of the time you'd lose. But in this game, there is a cheat. I mean, it's not technically a cheat because it's built into the game, and you're supposed to do it because you get points for doing it. What you do is you take this little magnet, you stick the magnet on the slot machine, and now we'll win every single time. That magnet, I swear, that little magnet that we got is, it's total magic. I mean, I understand the magnetic fields can impact machines and technology and things like that, but the way that magnet works, it's like it brought down the force field or the protective field surrounding the star generator, and it somehow rigs the slot machine so that it always wins. That's not even science, that's just total magic. So, in the original game, you could only have up to, I think, 250 buckazoids, probably because that's about the maximum size that you can hold in an 8-bit data value. In this game, it goes a little bit beyond that. You can have, I think, up to like 300 and something. So we can keep playing this for quite a while and not have to worry about dying, because of course if you get 3 skulls, you die, as that blue guy did who was here before. But you don't want to go too high, because I think if you get to like around 300, the machine will blow up again. So we can get a decent amount of money here, enough to at least buy a spaceship. Let's just get an... How much does the spaceship cost? I think the spaceship we need costs a little over 200. I think it's something like I want to say 217 from memory, because I saw it recently. So we're at 205 now. Let's do, like, one more should do it. Okay, we're at 262. That should be enough to buy the spaceship. So let's go ahead and get out of here for now. Come on, exit. He automatically takes the widget. All right. Oh yeah, and this guy. Say there, pal. It's come to my attention that you're in the market for some transportation. I may be able to help if you'll follow me. I'd like to show you a fine little piece of machinery that'll knock your eyes out. Well, what could go wrong? Let's just save just in case, but I mean, I'm sure there's no reason not to trust that guy. What could go wrong? Let's see if I can type correctly. All right, let's follow him and see what he says. Come on over here, pal. Wait till you see this. Hold it right there, pal. This is a stick-up. I'll just relieve you of your cash. Thank you very much. Well, he looked harmless before he pulled that blaster. Oh, sorry, I didn't see what he said. He just wants your buckazoids, but will take your life if he has to. Oh. The mugger impresses upon you that he was quite serious. Alright, well... I think in real life most muggers don't... See, the thing is, muggers don't want a mugging to turn into a murder. I mean, they don't mind taking people's money because that's a relatively minor crime, but murder is something that, you know, police will not stop investigating usually, so they don't want it to become like an actual felony with no statute of limitations. But this guy's an exception. And I think if we give him our money, he will actually... come on, I ain't got all day. 262 buckazoids? I guess it's better than nothing. Here, keep 5 for yourself. I gotta admit, you look like you need it. Ah, what a nice guy. He lets us keep 5 buckazoids. Well, you gotta be leaving now. You go straight back the way you came in. Deviate from that path and your growl kibble. And if you try following me, you'll get a nasty taste of my blaster. Got it? Good. Does he actually... No, he's not here. He disappears. All right. Oh, yeah, and since this pile is made up of all the people who died, it's a pile of very fine white powder with a strange burnt smell to it. If you go sifting through it, you can also get additional money here. Yeah, you find 6 buckazoids. And you can actually keep doing that. Like, you can keep going through it, and you'll find differing amounts of money, like some random amount of money. Now we got 5 buckazoids. But I mean, the fastest way to get money is to just use the magnet on the slot machine and just keep playing that, so... Okay, so we've seen pretty much everything we need to see at the bar. Next time we'll go and do the spaceship thing, and... Oh, somebody else's remains just got deposited here. All right, yeah. So next time we'll go ahead and check out Droids Be Us and the spaceships, and then and then it'll be time to leave Corona once again. So until then, thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.